have to say it has been the best day out of these last like week and a half. Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, December 5th, 2018. It is Vlogmas day 5. I'm about to let the students in and start the day. I'm still wearing my blue. I'm wearing a blue Beauty and the Beast shirt that I got at the Disney store some time ago. I'm still wearing my blue Wellsong lanyard from Lillipop, and I have a blue sweater on because it was about 68 degrees this morning when I got out of the house. Not that it's gonna stay like that because we're in Florida. So it'll probably be up in the 80s later today. All right, so I can't wait to take you along today with me. After school, we are having a holiday party, our luncheon, I should say, that our administrative team and our PTSA is sponsoring for us. So I'll be sure to include that in today's video. All right, so it's time to let the kiddos in and start our day, and I'll catch up with you later. I'm gonna buy more glue anyways for the classroom.
So, is anyone done with the tape? Can I please have the tape? Oh man. Weathering breaks it. Erosion moves it. Deposition drops it.
Yes! It is now the end of the day and we've had a really great day. It's been very productive. I have to say it has been the best day out of these last like week and a half. I do have to mention something though, because while I was talking to my students right now, right after dismissal, some of them stayed behind to talk and we talked about movies and books and stuff. I was looking at the agenda because, I am very proud to say we got to every single thing on the agenda. Let me show you. We put a check on everything, and this is what I was gonna talk about. That is a big typo or righto or whatever you wanna call it. Finish instead of finish. Finish sounds very classy, but it's not the word finish. So that is a big error that I made, and I just noticed it right now while talking to the students. But we did everything in our agenda, and I'm super proud and happy. Yes, victory. I'm so excited. All right, so I just noticed someone left me a comment on yesterday's video asking me where I'm getting all my activities for Mr. Popper's Penguins. So I'm going to share with you some of the resources that I did get from TPT, and then the ones that I've been using, like the chapter summary one, I created that one. If you're interested in having me add that in my TPT store, just like a generic one where you can just write the title of whatever novel you want and you could use it for whichever book you're reading with your students, let me know in the comments down below and I'll add it to the store. But I want to show you two other really good resources that I'm using. I don't use them for every single chapter or chapter cluster because it gets repetitive and the students get bored of it. So I use little things here and there for the different chapters that we are reading. So let me show you those resources right now. So this is the chapter summary paper that I was just referring to. If you all are interested in this and you want me to add it to the store, I will go ahead and do that. And I will just change this so that you can put the title up here or somewhere above here. And these are already blank, so you can just put the chapter number that you are referring to. And the students just draw a picture or a symbol that represents that chapter. And then they write their summary right here. And this is what they have been working on for chapters 1 through 5. And now let me show you some of the other resources that I have in my folder for Mr. Popper's Penguins. So the first resource that I want to share with you is from the book umbrella, and I'll link it down below. I love the book umbrella for novel studies. I have several of these for other books and novels that I read with my students in the classroom. And let me show you a little bit about what's included. So for every one of these, there's a before reading activity, and then there's an activity for the author, so you get to know the author a little bit better. And there's also a character chart that's included and a dictionary detective pages. But every chapter, cluster, or group has a vocabulary study with different types of activities and an understanding the story along with a chapter summary page. So that is the pattern that is followed throughout this resource, and I absolutely love it. The other resource that I want to talk about is this trifold novel study, and this one is by R. Davies. R. Davies' store is called The Third Wheel, and like I always do, I will link it down below, but it's basically, I love foldables, I love trifolds, and these are already made. I mean, I could make them myself, but these were already made, so why reinvent the wheel? But basically, you have the cover of the trifold, the inside flap is chapter 4, and the way that you would do it is you would open it and you would do chapters 1, 2, 3, and there's different skills, and it tells you what the skills are each day. So that is pretty neat. And then on the back is the following chapters after that. So there's 5 chapters per foldable in this resource, and I'm not going to use it for the entire book, but for one of the clusters or one of the 5 chapter clusters, I will use one of these foldables for the students to complete to show their understanding of the story. Other than that, the other activities that I may have the students work on Mr. Popper's Penguins for the novel, I will create myself, whether it's completing a story arc or there's a whole postcard activity where I'm going to assign a different kind of penguin to them and they're going to do some research on that penguin. And on one side, they're going to write to someone that they know a postcard message about what they learned about that penguin. And on the opposite side, where the picture will go for the postcard, they're going to decorate a beautiful scene with that penguin. So that's something that I've done in the past and I'm looking forward to doing that since I'm back to teaching science, and we recently went over animal adaptations, so I'll include some information in there for animal adaptations that they need to include in their postcard. So I will share that more later once we get to it, but I'm very excited because we're already halfway through the book. We got to chapter 10 today. There's only 20 chapters. I want to slow down a little, only because we're not doing the movie and the hot chocolate until the week before break. Or maybe we could do it next week. I don't know, because we have to be doing iReady testing next week. And to try to get ahead, I'm actually going to start iReady testing for reading tomorrow and Friday, since we already have the cart. So that way we at least get a little bit ahead, and next week we can finish off with math and be done with AP2. All right, let me answer this phone and I will catch up with you later. That was just one of my team members asking me a question, and the principal just came on the announcements and it's time to go to the holiday luncheon. So let's go downstairs and get some yummy food. So let's go. I'm back from the holiday luncheon and it was amazing. As you saw, a lot of delicious, yummy food. And I even got a little tiny piece of cake just because. And it was nice spending time there with my fellow colleagues. And we also honored our Teachers of the Year and our Paraprofessional of the Year. The PTSA and the school presented them with a nice gift. So it was nice to be there for my friends and support them all the way. So I'm back in my classroom and I was just working on a couple of things, and I'm about to pack up and go home because I'm very tired. And I wanted to go over our read aloud for today that we had this morning that you saw the students unwrapped. It is called A Moon for Mo and Mo. And it is a beautiful story about 2 boys, Moses and Muhammad, who happen to live on the same street in New York. And this is the time that Rosh Hashanah and Ramadan happened at the same time. And at the end, there is a note from the author explaining that it happens every 30 years. And I love how this book talks about the similarities between both families and how they celebrate the holidays. And it also includes recipes for 2 dishes, one for Rosh Hashanah and the other one for Ramadan. So this is a nice story. And I can't wait to read the students the stories for the next 2 days of this week. And I am still working on getting the other books for next week so that we have a new read aloud to read every day up until winter break. So I'm looking forward to that. The students are looking forward to that. They are loving these stories, and we have really good discussions with them as well. The one that we read yesterday, Maccabee, A Story of Hanukkah, was written in rhyme, and there was one particular line that kept getting repeated over and over. So it uses repetition. It is poetry, and I want to read you that line because I think it's awesome because it could be applied to so many different things in the world. So here it is. And the line is right here. Sometimes it only takes a few who know what's right and do it too. So we talked about this line and how it can apply to many different things that are happening in our world today, not just during the time when the Maccabees had to fight for their freedom to worship freely, but any situation that we have today. So it was a good moral for the students that it just takes a few who know what's right and they do it too. So that is a really good reminder. And that is where I'm going to end today. But before I do, I have my student shout out that I would like to do for today. And today's shout out goes to Asia. Asia is an amazing student. She always has a smile on her face. She loves to look at the positive sides in life. She likes to have a good laugh with her friends and everyone in the classroom. And let's face it, we do end up smiling every day when she's in the room. So Asia, this shout out goes to you. So I hope you like coming along with me on today, Vlogmas Day 5. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought or any questions you may have. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. I hope you have a beautiful, magical day, and don't forget to smile.
Hello dreamers, wishers, and magical thinkers. Thank you so much for making it to the very end of this video and for showing your support. If you'd like to subscribe, you can do so by clicking on my picture down here. You can also check out my latest videos here and here. Don't forget to believe in the magic that's inside you because you are capable of great things. See you next time.